Everybody's screaming, everyone's crying. So what's the occasion? Well, Congresswoman Omar got voted off the Foreign Affairs Committee.
The question is on adoption of the resolution. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those in favor say no. No. It's the opinion of the chair that the ayes have it and the resolution is agreed to. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Does that remind you of anything? McCarthy yanked Omar off Foreign Affairs to pay back Pelosi for yanking his people off committees. He didn't want to do it, doesn't think it's right, but he had to do it. You can't let Democrats boot your boys off committees and turn the other cheek. What's good for the goose is good for the
Alyssa Reacts dives into the viral moment where Ilhan Omar gets kicked out of Congress to massive cheers. Is this a sign that Americans are reclaiming their voice? Watch as Alyssa gives his unfiltered patriotic reaction to the event the mainstream media doesn't want you to see.
Good for the gander.
Consistency. There is nothing consistent with the Republican Party's continued attack except for the racism and incitement of violence against women of color in this body. I had a member of the Republican caucus threaten my life, and you all and the Republican caucus rewarded him with one of the most prestigious committee assignments in this Congress. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.
Republicans are waging a blatantly Islamophobic and racist attack on Congresswoman Omar. And I've said it before, I will say it again. The white supremacy happening is unbelievable. This is despicable. This is just a bunch of racist gaslighting.
Could it be the way that she looks?
Time is expired.
Could it be her religious practices?
This clearly isn't about what Ilhan Omar said as much as who she is. Being a smart, outspoken black woman of a Muslim faith is apparently the issue.
The GOP is now doing what it is best at, weaponizing hate against a black, beautiful Muslim woman. They turn Congress into a place of fear-mongering hate. It is so painful to watch who you all are, really.
The gentlewoman's time has expired.
Omar will not be silenced.
The gentlewoman's time has expired.
To Omar, I am so sorry,
has expired.
That our country is failing you today through this chamber. You belong
The gentlewoman is no longer.
Well, I am Muslim. I am an immigrant, and interestingly, from Africa. Is anyone surprised that I am being targeted? Is anyone surprised that I am somehow deemed unworthy to speak about American foreign policy, or that they see me as a powerful voice that needs to be silenced?
Omar is not just a congresswoman. She tells us she is a global citizen, and people around the world celebrate her accomplishments. We don't know what those accomplishments are, but if you listen closely, the world is clapping.
My leadership and voice will not be diminished if I am not on this committee for one term. My voice will get louder and stronger, and my leadership will be celebrated around the world as it has.
I'm in a town where we have a lot of people who are refugees who have come, some from Somalia, some from Bosnia. I've never heard one of them say that America's a terrible place or be unappreciative of our country. Most of them are thankful. I've met people who've come here from behind the Iron Curtain that got away from communism. They're some of the best Americans we have because they really appreciate how great our country is. And then I hear Representative Omar say, oh, America's a terrible place. I'd love there to be justice, and there's no justice here. It's like, well, she came here and we fed her, we clothed her, she got welfare, she got school, she got health care, and then lo and behold, she has the honor of actually winning a seat in Congress. and she says we're a terrible country, I think that's about as ungrateful as you can get. And so while I'm not saying we forcibly send her anywhere, I'm willing to contribute to buy her a ticket to go visit Somalia. And I think she could look and maybe learn a little bit about the disaster that is Somalia, that has no capitalism, has no God-given rights guaranteed in a constitution, and has about 7 different tribes that have been fighting each other for the last 40 years. And then maybe after she's visited Somalia for a while, she might come back.
Welcome back to Alyson Reacts. If you love this country, believe in free speech, and are tired of watching politicians trample on American values, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and turn on notifications, because today we're talking about something that's rocking the halls of Congress and shaking the political world. Now, I just watched this video. Go back to your ****Thole country, where Ilhan Omar gets booed and kicked out of Congress. And let me tell you, this moment says a lot about where America is right now. The crowd? They weren't just cheering out of hate or ignorance like the mainstream media will try to tell you. No. They were cheering out of frustration. Frustration with hypocrisy, double standards, and the feeling that some of our own elected officials have stopped caring about America first. Ilhan Omar has spent years pushing an agenda that, frankly, feels more anti-American than anything else. She's mocked the country that gave her freedom. She's minimized the tragedy of 9/11, calling it "some people did something." And she's made statements that many Americans, patriots like you and me, find offensive to the core. Yet she sits in the U.S. Congress, enjoying all the benefits this nation provides, while constantly tearing it down. So when that crowd erupted, when they cheered as she was escorted out, it wasn't just about Ilhan Omar. It was a symbolic moment. It was America's working class, veterans, and everyday citizens saying, enough is enough. We're done being told to be ashamed of our own country. We're done watching radicals try to rewrite what it means to be American. And I can already hear the talking heads on CNN and MSNBC crying racism, xenophobia, or hate. But let me ask you this. When did it become hateful to defend your country? When did loving your flag make you a bigot? This is the narrative they've been pushing for years. Divide Americans by race, religion, or gender, instead of uniting us under the simple truth that we are one nation under God. This reaction wasn't about skin color or ethnicity. It was about values. You come to this country, you represent it in Congress, you better respect it. You better understand the sacrifices made by Americans to keep that flag flying. Too many politicians today have forgotten that. They think representing the people means lecturing them, shaming them, or apologizing for America's greatness. But what we saw in that chamber was raw emotion, real Americans reclaiming their voice. And I'll tell you something, this is just the beginning. The people are waking up. They're done being silent. They're done being told that patriotism is offensive. So Ilhan Omar being kicked out, whether it's symbolic or procedural, represents a shift. The pendulum is swinging back. Americans are taking back their institutions, their schools, their Congress, and their identity. This isn't about hate. It's about restoration, restoring what's been lost through decades of globalist politics and cultural decay. If you believe America deserves leaders who love this country, who put the Constitution before political correctness, and who actually understand what freedom means, then this moment should give you hope. Because it means people are finally standing up. Now I want to hear what you think. Was this the right move? Was the crowd's reaction justified? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I read every one. And before you go, don't forget, subscribe to Alyson Reacts for more raw, unfiltered truth the mainstream media won't touch. Hit like if you stand for America, and share this video with someone who needs to see what's really happening in our country. This is Alyson Reacts, standing for truth, faith, and